Welcome.
Welcome. I'm Todd Revis, and this is Leah Herbold, and we are
going to rise,
grind,
collaborate, and do it.
All right, this is our second episode.
Bear with us.
Caught us off guard.
I know.
This is our second episode of Do It. It's a show about how to get better at real estate, and some of the things we talk about will be basic, some will be advanced. We want to help everyone collaborate and get better, and we get better at the same time because we're both licensed agents as well as on staff here at RE/MAX. Go. Awesome.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's dive into what we're talking about today, which is
first class, exceeding client expectations.
First class service.
Yeah. So have you ever flown first class, Leah?
No. Have you?
No. I wish.
It's
it's bucket list. I think it'd be cool to fly first class because as I was doing some research for this show, I was finding that, there's some of the things that we know. We've seen, you get on the plane and you're traveling and you're trying to find a place for your bag and you see that person sitting there sipping champagne and totally doing their nails or relaxing.
With a warm blanket on.
Yeah. And a down pillow. And you're like, man, how did they get that?
And we're headed to the back.
Yeah, we're headed to the back with the chickens. Okay.
Right.
So, so first class, I started doing a little digging, and there's certain advantages to first class that I didn't know existed. Like you get to from the time you enter the airport, you get taken somewhere else where you check in, and a lot of times you can get through TSA a lot quicker. You can check a lot of times 2 bags for free without paying extra. They get those handled for you. Then you are already on the airplane when everybody else is lining up to figure out when their row goes and all that. And so you don't have to fight for bin space. You get there, you get to relax. They bring you snack. They, depending on how long the flight is, you might have a chef-inspired meal in a box, all kinds of crazy stuff. They'll give you a gift bag with lotion and it's really cool.
Peanuts.
Yeah, if we get peanuts.
If they have them.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So I just think that's really cool. And it started making me think, what if I had an airline? My business is an airline. Your business is an airline.
Yes.
And you have nothing but first class clients. And so what is on your list of things that will make your clients feel like they're flying first class when they're flying Leah Air?
Ooh,
so if
Leah
Airways. So if you have a seller, we talked about this before, and we decided you were gonna give me some ideas on how to give first class service to your sellers. So what are those things?
Okay, so I like to call it Chick-fil-A or the Starbucks way when I am with my clients, because I definitely want them to feel valued, appreciated, and not just another client, right? So some of the things that I do, and along with some agents that have inspired me to do better, is number one is a homeowner manual. So shout out to one of our agents here in the office, Kaylee Fulton. She just closed, I think yesterday, on a home, and she included a homeowner's manual. And in that manual, there you go. You can see her Instagram post. She's awesome. She is working for a custom builder, selling his homes, and she created this herself. It looks like it's in a binder. You could do it in we have RE/MAX folders. You could do it in a folder, a binder, all of those things, a digital version, even QR code. It could have the paint colors in there, survey, any warranties for your client, any codes that you need to know.
That's good.
Things like that, maybe when the hot water heater or when the last time the AC filter was replaced and what size is the AC filter.
Yeah.
There's so many AC filter sizes, by the way. It's a nightmare going into Home Depot trying to find one.
And then when you get there, you question yourself.
And I'm like 25,
is it 16 by 24?
I don't know. I know.
I do the same thing.
Oh my gosh. And I always have to go look at my notes on my phone. So if you had this binder, this would be great for your clients.
That's good.
The second thing that I would like to talk about is videos. You should be doing videos anyways, but doing videos on your listings, but doing them a little bit different. So more of a lifestyle video around the home. So shout out to an agent. He's not with RE/MAX, and that's okay. His name is Trey, and he does a great job of marketing his listings. So there was one in particular. There you go.
Hope it plays.
Hope it plays for you. If not, it's okay. But
This view of Ruffles is this view from the front porch, and this 4-bedroom, 2-bath has a pool, a massive workshop in the back that is one you have to see. Just a few minutes away, you can launch your boat right here and drive through New Braunfels to Lake McQueeney, where you can have fun river activities and go home, relax in this massive workshop, fix your boat, hang out in your RV. Don't miss this opportunity to see this beautiful house in New Braunfels. I highly recommend it. We know the house needs a facelift, but with cosmetics, this house is going to be drop dead gorgeous.
See, so
Wow.
just, yeah,
That's really
showcasing the home in a different way that actually shows the home and what it's around. That is just taking it to the next level for your clients and offering that value service. Of course, you're going to pay for the videographer because he definitely uses a videographer for this. You're going to pay to edit it. You're going to pay for all of that. But that's just that extra service, first class service, if you will.
I was going to ask you
For your
about,
client.
like, is that something that we could do ourselves? Maybe not like that high level might be, you know, a goal to achieve, to
Sure.
shoot for, but I could do something kind of similar to that. Obviously not with the drone for me, but there's probably a way to do a version of that that's still high level that I
For
can
sure.
do myself until I can afford or till I decide to.
That
hire
would
someone.
be multiple clips of the home and maybe a friend of yours or your spouse walking behind you, videoing you, or if you have a social media manager, taking those small clips and then combining them all together. I use the app called CapCut. It's an amazing app. It doesn't cost that much. I think it's like $9 a month. And you're able to add those clips all together, and then you can put the words on there for that video, just like he did. So yes, if you don't have the funds for that yet in your marketing dollars, I would definitely recommend doing that yourself and doing it in CapCut.
Something's better than nothing. Do it.
Do it.
Something.
Yes. And then the third thing is staging your homes. So especially if they're vacant listings, I would definitely recommend staging the houses. And you can do that two ways. So if you don't have a budget yet for furniture, or if your client does not want to pay for a stager, then you can use boxbrownie.com. That's something that we offer here at Remax. And you're able to virtually stage photos of the home. You can actually take out things on the house, on the pictures. You can add things to it. You can say, I want it to look farmhouse. I want it to look modern. And it will instantly stage that photo of the home.
It's pretty awesome. You know, it's something I remember hearing about a couple of years ago. And they make you actually, when you're entering your listing, they make you say whether it's virtually staged or not.
You do have to say that on the MLS.
Because otherwise it would be misleading because it looks so amazing and so real that they're like, oh my gosh. But you have to tell them, hey, this is virtually staged. But still,
Yes.
what do they say? Like pictures sell houses?
They do. Yep, it does. So that's another service that you can offer to your clients for sellers. So
Very cool. God, there's probably 12 of those, but that was three that you highlighted. I've got some.
What about buyers?
I got some stuff for buyers.
Okay,
So
tell us.
let me open my little. Couldn't get my iPad to work right.
It's okay. We're fine.
All right, there we go.
Buyers.
All right, So the first thing for buyers is send a list of service companies. I joke around with my clients that, hey, I am a full service buyer's agent. When I work with buyers, I call it Todd's list. You know, Angie's list.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got Todd's list. And if you're a realtor in this area, in any area, you are Angie's list. You're your own. You're Leah's list. Because tell me you don't have 3 painters in your phone. Tell me you don't have, or you can go on to Broker Underground or to your brokerage's private Facebook page and say, hey, can somebody recommend a painter?
Yeah.
And you get a list of those. When that happens, keep in mind, put those in your phone and put it under painter. So you can just type in painter in your address book and you'll get a list of 3 or 4 painters. I want electricians. I want inspectors. I want title companies. I want them to know that I am a Rolodex for them. Because especially if they're moving here from out of town.
Yeah.
And so here's a cool thing. You could actually make that list and send them a PDF of that, or you could put it in a magnet, or you can do something to where they know, oh yeah, Todd gave us that list. Let's call that guy because Todd's already vetted him. That's the whole thing about Angie's List and about Yelp and about all these things. Who wants to find out if they're good ourselves by trial and error this is a review culture that we live in.
Right.
And even millennials and Gen Z that are living their whole life online, 96% of them want a recommendation on who to use. And so
Sure.
let's be that recommendation for them. So that gives them a reason to call me in 6 months and go, dude, our water heater blew up. Who do you know? And I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I just added value. I added value. So, okay, so that's one thing. This one may seem silly, but closing gifts. You know, I haven't always given a closing gift. I love doing that. I think it's important, but I just sometimes get busy and forget. And then I'm a guy. I'm not great at it. Maybe I need help with that. There are services you can hire that will do it. There are companies that will do it for you. But I was just recently, I was on a local real estate website, like our Facebook page, like a Cibolo Shirts buy and sell, something like that. And somebody said, well, no, it wasn't even real estate. It was just a community page, right? And somebody said, hey, did you get a closing gift from your realtor when you bought your house? And it was phenomenal to watch the comments because it went from, yeah, mine gave me a cutting board and it was awesome. And another was like, yeah, I got a custom bottle of wine. And somebody else was like, what? You got a closing gift? And they got jealous and they were like, my realtor didn't do that. And so it was fun to kind of pull up a chair, you know, get some popcorn and watch these comments because seriously, I would say almost half of them were mad that their realtor had, oh, that's a thing.
That's not good.
And even though as we in the industry would think that's not that big a deal, come on. But the perception is reality.
Yeah.
If somebody's sitting there like, I'm not going to use them again because they didn't buy me a closing gift. Well, let's avoid that. Even if, you know, if you got up to $50 you can spend, you don't have to spend $50. You can spend $25. Right. You can whatever. But do something. It's the thought that counts. And that's better than feeling like you're taking the money and running. And some people would like, yeah, we closed on the house. He got paid and I've never heard from him again. No. So that leads me into my next thing. And that is that you should have a system for following up for certain key reasons. One is to get reviews or to get feedback. How did I do? Like that's a humble thing. And you don't want to hear the answer. Like what's something I could have done better? But guess what? You can sharpen your skills by that. So if you're brave enough, ask how you could be better. And sometimes they'll say nothing. There's nothing you could do to be better. One of them be like, you know, there was that time that you, we said this and you thought this and it's okay, you know, whatever. But also schedule some time, like a 30-day check-in. That's really good. How are y'all fitting into the neighborhood? Did you get all the boxes unpacked? I know that's the hardest part. Are you connecting with the community? Is there anything you need? That's a great check-in because then you're still with them. You didn't run off to the next customer.
Yeah.
Number two is what's the one that we always forget? Homestead exemption.
Yes.
Put a calendar item on your phone, on your calendar, and check in with them in January. Leah has a great idea. She actually prints out the different homestead exemption forms from the different counties around here. And then she has that already ready to go. And as soon as it's getting close to January, she'll mail it to them. Now they can get online most times these days and do it the day that they move in, and it takes effect that following January. But even if they say, yeah, I already did that like 3 months ago. Cool, I was just checking in. Well, how's everything else going? And that's a wonderful opportunity to ask for referrals and do some things. So following up, not disappearing. What is that stat? 90% or 85% of the people that they polled said that they would use that same realtor again. 80% of buyers and sellers said they would use that realtor again, but only 15% do. Yeah. Something like that. And that's purely because there was no check-in. So check-in can be a value for the client, but it can also help you in the long run. So yeah, those are some buyer things that I would do. So hopefully that was valuable.
Yes, and if y'all have anything that you do for buyers or sellers, put it in the comments. Yes. Even if you're watching the replay, put that in here so that others can learn. Maybe it's a good tip to do for your VIP service.
And so we do this this is called Do It. We do this every Friday morning at 9:30. Yes. And we're super excited about next week too. We would love to know if there's a topic that we could hit we could deep dive. We would spend the week diving in on it, coming up with some good ideas, share that with everybody so everybody gets a little better. So please do that too.
We want to know. Post it in the comments so we can collaborate together.
Yes.
For sure.
You know, I love doing this because I don't think there's any secret that nobody should know. I think there's enough business for everybody out there.
Yes.
And if we can all get better, you've always been that way. You've had your accountability on Tuesday mornings, and there's people from different brokerages there.
Yeah.
Like we're just not worried about that. You know, God blesses our businesses. We want to grow. We want to get better. people come into our lives for a reason. They leave for a reason, and we can learn from and teach everybody. We can. I remember what Scott was saying, but we can take and give.
Yes.
We can give to everybody we come in contact with and take something great from them and get better. So that's what this is for. That's the spirit of this, and hope you're enjoying it.
Yes. You want to pray us out?
Sure. God, thank you so much for this show, for Leah, for the inspiration to do this. It's fun for us. I thank you that we get to do this. What a pleasure. Something I look forward to on Friday mornings. Just pray that everybody listening to this, watching this, will be blessed, and that their business will be blessed, that you will bring them clients that close, and that not just that, but that will impact their lives, and that we can be useful. We can be useful in our lives, in our families' lives, and in our clients' lives, and in our coworkers' lives. So just thank you for real estate business and how fun and amazing it can be, and how challenging it can be, and it helps us to grow. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see y'all next episode.
Yay! Have a good one.